Oh, hello. It has been a minute. Yeah, it's been a pretty good minute since I've done one. It has been crazy here, with work mostly. So, just go ahead and having some issues with management, of course. Apparently, no matter where in the world you go, you can always have mm, a boss that you kind of wonder how they got in that position. It's just like, hmm, where did you lie on your resume to get this? So it's like, huh. Well, it's starting to show, like all the management in the school, like principal, vice principal, all that. And it is just so, like, um, so they want us. So our basic day for foreign teachers teaching English at this kindergarten is we each have two classes. So, and you teach the morning class for an hour, and you teach the afternoon class for 30 to 40 minutes. So, it's a pretty, and then you're all day with the kids, talking to them, things like that. So, it's kind of like, all right. Um, so they, like the kindergarten's so new, they aren't, they're not focusing on something where they could be really good and set themselves apart from other kindergartens. They're trying to bring all this stuff in, and they'll bring something in, and then we'll do it for a week or two, and then they forget about it, and we're on to something else. It's like we don't have enough time to be good at something, and it's showing. I mean, it's frustrating, and the fact that they are they slack on materials for us. Like they want us to do all this stuff, but they slack. Um, and sorry if you guys see some. Just got out the shower, so hair is still a little damp. Um, so it's we're just kind of like, all right. So we agree to do it, and we agree to this idea that they have called English Corner. It is basically an additional 40 minutes of teaching English. Now they said, oh, you guys do projects, do like, uh, you could teach them biology if you want, or you could teach them math. We're just like, what? Lady, we're just trying to get them to say, my name is, and the weather outside is, like, these are young kids. And, and they're talking about teaching them biology and stuff. It's just like, oh my gosh, lady. So sure enough, for like they're all gung ho the first week. Like, yeah, let us know anything you need. We'll get you the materials. Blah blah blah. So we let them know. They did not get us the materials, not in time, anyways. So we ended up having to like create our own stuff, and it went solid for a week. And again, they just weren't bringing us the materials that we needed, so we really couldn't do it because they weren't giving us the proper supplies. So it's like, all right, cool. Well, it's getting frustrating, and actually one of the most frustrating things is in America, we have the sarcasm, like, oh my God, thank you for getting us the paper, even though we needed it 3 hours ago, but you finally got it for us. Probably the most frustrating thing is they don't understand that, and it's like, oh, I just wasted that. That was really good. And they don't get it. They think you're just being polite for saying thank you. It's like, no, I'm being sarcastic. I'm letting you know you're bad at your job. Um, so yeah, wasted things like that is kind of frustrating. Oh, and the fact that they're doing a horrible job at supporting us at what they want us to do. That too, but really mostly like the sarcasm jokes and the responses go unappreciated. Um, so one day though, things almost escalated. Like I thought we were about to throw down. So we needed some ink. they took forever to get ink in the printers. Like we were trying to do this English corner, we're trying to print out these worksheets, and they took forever. And it was just like, oh my gosh. So, you know how sometimes there's a situation that happens, and the situation really isn't what sets you off, but something happened prior to that situation, and the person that just happened to catch the tail end of it, you know, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, oh, yeah, that happened one day. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting here, we get done, we're having issues with the printer, with the ink, getting materials. It's just a bad day one of these days. It's just like, oh my gosh, nothing is going right. They're not helping us. And then they're going to complain because they're going to say we're not doing our job, and we're trying to do our job, but they're not letting us do our job because they're not giving us the material that they said they would. So it's really not our fault. So it was like, all right, cool. So finally we're just like, man, forget this. We'll do a coloring book or watch a video or learn a song, which I have been teaching them We Will Rock You. They really like it. So we're doing that. I'm in class. I go to class. I start teaching. And again, you ever have a situation where you think it's, I mean, when it's all said and done, you know, you realize you overreacted. But fortunately, you didn't overreact to where you had to run to the embassy or anything. But you still kind of overreacted. So, teaching class, and out of nowhere, man, this dude, like, just walks in and sizes me up. Like, just, I'm looking around like, hey, what? Like, bro, don't be fooled because I'm sitting down in this little kid chair. All right? Like, I mean, I look small and compact sitting in this little chair. I mean, so I looked at him. I was just like, all right, dude. And he did it again, like a quicker one, like, and then I don't know what happened. It just came over me, and I just stood up. You know, somebody size you up, so you stand up like a bear. You know, you try to get as big as possible. Like, all right, bro, what's good? You sizing people up now? We gonna do this? And it was just like, oh. And I realized what I was doing. I was just like, it's not this. This ain't America, Cody. This is China. Like, you can't do stuff like that. So I sat back down. I was just like, whatever. Sat back down. Went back to teaching my lesson. But it's cool. I mean, I got the last word. Like, I won. I feel like he may have won that battle, but I feel like I won the war because when his mom came to pick him up, I was like real with her, like letting her know that he acts up and he needs to study more. So I gave him extra homework, and he ain't sized me up since. So I feel like we established that dominance. So again, I feel like he may have won that battle, but I won the war. So bam, that's game, bro. So yeah, there was a kid in my class. I just forget sometimes that, you know, I'm a teacher and I have to be the adult. Because, man, they be testing you. Like, every day. I don't think there's a day that goes by where I don't want to fight one of them. And it's just like, oh, why are you being a dick today? You were cool yesterday, now you want to be a dick today. There's been times where, dinner. All right, back. I had to go grab dinner real quick. It's so cheap here. I mean, I eat free at school, breakfast and lunch, and dinner if I want to, but I hit the gym after school, so I ain't got time to eat dinner. But it's so, like, cheap to order Chinese food here, and they deliver it. It's so cheap. But yeah, I mean, these kids will test you. I understand why teachers look forward to their vacation, which is another thing. It's a year-round school here. I don't get a summer holiday or winter holiday. This blows. I'm tired of looking at these kids. It's just, I'll be in class some days, and when a kid starts annoying me, I look around at the class, and I will look for the toughest or the biggest kid, and in my mind, I wonder how much I would have to pay them to beat that kid up. Or do like a Thunderdome for kids. I don't know if that's allowed. It's China, different rules maybe. So, who knows? But yeah, some of them, I do be looking at other kids and be like, man, I wonder if I give this kid 10 R&B, if he'll like punch this other kid in the mouth. But then it's like I gotta be mature and be the adult. So, but yeah, that's about every day now. It's just always something, it seems like, at the school where it's a new idea, something they're not supporting or something they just brought in. It's like, oh, we need to focus on this. It's like, oh my God, but we just got this. But it's whatever. It's paying the bills for now. I'm learning the ropes. This is all a learning experience. So, every day I'm learning something new on what it's going to take for me to find, to just to make it better. So, it's cool. Chalking up everything. It could be, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating at times, but, and sometimes it's just like, why am I doing this shit? But everything has been a learning experience. And quite frankly, the frustration at work hasn't outweighed the good times that I have being here. So it's just like, oh my gosh. I'll suffer a couple hours at work and then I get done. It's like, all right, cool, have some fun now. So, speaking of fun, I have learned that the Chinese do not have filters when it comes to, talking to you about your features. Me, I'm a big dude. I get it. They have no issue letting big people know that they're big. So yeah, it's been fun. Actually, I received probably one of the nicest, but I didn't know how to take it. I was out, and this attractive woman actually bought me a drink. Was like we were kind of talking, and if I started to talk too fast or if I said something that she didn't understand, I had to use a translator. I would actually message her in WeChat and then it would translate it. And then she messaged me. She was like, "You are very handsome, just a little fat." I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess that's better than being, you're really handsome, but you're also really fat." She just said a little fat. I was like, all right, cool. Jim's paying out. Went from being super fat to a little fat. I can live with that. Again, it was a odd compliment, but I took it because this is China. So I was happy with it. Speaking of that, it's different talking to women when you're out or anything like that. One, the language barrier, of course. But you can always tell. There is one word that I've discovered that if they know, then they've had experience with the Western culture or they've been exposed to the Western culture. Because out of a lot of the foreigners I met, not just China, but people from South Africa, people from Russia, like all over, some of their women do not know this word. And again, it's how I know. It's like, oh, you've been exposed to Western culture. Thirsty. If I bring up the word thirsty in any type of way just to see. If they don't know it, it's like it's like they have no idea about Western culture for real. But if I do bring it up, then it's kind of cool because if they understand thirsty, there's some things that we can automatically connect and joke about. But it's that has been that's been kind of a word where it lets me know, okay, how do I take the direction of the conversation? But it's pretty funny, some of the things that you think about that we say or we do, and then here it's like they have no idea. So it's pretty cool. Again, it's a fun experience. It has been some great stories, and I mean, clearly I've had a couple, and it's been fun. I still have, let's see, my contract is up in February, so I still have a little bit of time left here. Now, I mean, I'm just gonna do as much as I can, of course. Explore more of China, enjoy, and see some more things. But yeah, there was a couple stories I feel like I needed to get out there, and the one, me getting sized up by a little dude, that was one. And I feel like you're really handsome, but just a little fat was also a good story. You know, you gotta take compliments when you get them. You know, I wasn't fishing for one. She was just like, "You're really handsome, just a little fat." I was like, "Shit, you know, that's 50-50 right there." I mean, apparently they never heard of a compliment sandwich though. You know, she could have been like, "Oh, you're really handsome. You're just a little fat though, but your hair is nice." You know, you could have like closed it, but it's whatever. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna try and stay on top of these a little bit more. I think going out this weekend, to celebrate. Well, actually, what do we celebrate? No, I think we're just going out. I don't think there's any celebration. And tomorrow, found a wing spot, Wing Wednesday, and the reviews I heard were best wings in town. So we're gonna check it out. Me and one of the bros and some colleagues from work, and see what their wings are talking about here in Beijing. All right, time to do some dinner, and then go to sleep and prepare for another day with those hellion kids, the joyous future generation of China. Good night.